Thanks for downloading a 3CR podcast. 3CR is an independent community radio station based in Melbourne, Australia. We need your financial support to keep going. Go to www.3cr.org.au for more information and to donate online. Now stay tuned for your 3CR podcast.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard-earned weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Yes, it's the Concrete Gang coming to you on Christmas Eve. Ho, 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 Gorilla. Ho, 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 Buzzer. And good morning, Annie.
Ho, ho, ho. What a load of shit. I reckon I should bar Christmas. I've had it already.
Listen, I'm struggling a bit today, really in a bad way. I need something to pep me up, some type of drug or something. Right? I want to say to one of our great listeners out there, the Doran family, I've tried to get your vote up with the Tigers. It's not going to happen, right? And also, the definition of an Aussie...
square off this early in the show.
The definition of an Aussie bogan is getting a tattoo of Richmond Footy Club if you're not a player in the team, right? Right? Dean?
Controversy.
No, Johnny too, great man out there, hello, and all the boys there, everyone out there. I'm going on too long here. Who wants to say something? Right?
Righto, here you are on the Concrete Gang. It's Christmas greetings. It is shut down, started as of Friday. Unfortunately, possibly with the exception of the state government trying to get Skyrail to work from the 27th. In other words, the day after Boxing Day. Our government in Victoria wants all those blokes out there at Skyrail who have been putting it in big time, around the clock, 7 days a week, to come back on the 27th. The answer is, boys, no.
Yeah, but just don't worry about just them. There's been plenty of people applying in the construction industry. And unfortunately, as we've been saying the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of accidents in the construction industry because of all this rushing and tearing.
That's right.
And just a horrible example of that is, all the pressure this Christmas puts on people, and not just building workers, families, women, kids, everything. Unfortunately, down in Glen Huntly the other day, there was a young woman on her phone going to walk across the street and saw the truck go past, stepped out and stepped in between the truck and trailer and got killed. Horrific. But this is just all this pressure shit, all the on the phone, running around organising stuff. Plus there's been quite a few accidents on the building sites. And, if this is what Christmas is all about, well, not everyone's going to celebrate Christmas after all these tragedies in their families,
That's right.
Plus the week before, a mate of mine took his own life, we think, and all these sort of things. So it's just, I think everyone's just got to sit back, take a big breath, and then I don't want to take the shine off of it.
Smell the roses?
Smell the roses, Buzz, exactly.
And by the way, you talk about bosses and that. Your mate down there, the Scots College carpenter, James Mursell, right? He wanted to work and he had to pay for one bloke and he started arguing about the penalties because he said it was in the 9-day period. Come along, he one bloke. The Scots College carpenter.
The Scots College carpenter be sitting back quaffing his great big bottle of red, tearing another leg off his turkey while the poor bloke's at work. Of course.
Oh, I couldn't believe that when he threw that at me. Right.
We have a shutdown in this industry at Christmas to give everyone a break. Even if they don't think they need it, they do need it, because the number of incidents that have occurred in the last month and in this week in particular, it's horrific that we have not had fatalities, etc. Now, Delta had to put their hand up for an incident, which could have been a whole lot worse. ProBuild had an incident down at the convention centre.
They had an incident at the Glen that actually got people putting up steel, not even riggers.
And our mate at Longy, Osco out at Murrumbina, Gary Young's company.
Young.
Please, that's the bottom of the barrel, that, mate. Yeah. They got a bloke got electric shock out there.
We mentioned it last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's how well I'm going. Rob, we got a fix for that.
Well, there's too many of these incidents have been occurring, but we have got to the last show, we have got to that point in the year where...
Should we be more positive, you think?
Where we can look forward to a bit of a break, and I think we should take the break and enjoy it and try and recover and just get on with having some kind of normal life, get on with the family and friends and just try and catch up a bit, because there's been too many hours worked this year, there's been too many shifts, there's just been too much.
Some of these companies masquerading with all these, employing 4,000 safety officers and having big turns in their job and all the new safety laws they're bringing in and all this. And then on the other hand, they're working 90 hours a week and want to work over Christmas.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we need to have a serious look at that, because the industry's in an absolute boom at the moment. I think going into next year, it's going to be just as busy.
It's going to be worse.
So
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you something now. One of my jobs, they've used scaffold instead of formwork, and the reason that was, which I thought was a structural reason, it wasn't. They just can't get the formwork.
That's correct.
They can't get the cranes. There's a million cranes going up after Christmas. They're scraping. They're in the yards now trying to put bits and pieces together for cranes. So we'll have to be on our toes next year to make sure there's no accidents, because they're just running out of gear, they're running out of men, and they're running out of expertise.
I seen some gear on the mail the other day, James Hall, that old green box stuff. You could get that if you wanted to turn the clock back 40 years. Try and retrieve some of the money that he's ripped off people over the years.
Yeah, that rat.
Hey?
Righto.
Ho,
ho, ho, Merry Christmas.
I want to shit
now,
well, we've got to say it how it is, Warren.
That's what we've got to say how it is, but we've also got to say that it hasn't been all bad.
No.
So we're going to do Scallywags now, are we?
No, we're not going to do Scallywags now. That's after the musical break. But we should mention that even with the worst of times, there comes a little bit of good news.
What's that?
Our good friend Michaela Cash has been moved sideways.
Yes, but what's that going to mean?
But is that I don't know.
What's going to mean? She's going to not have to answer all the questions.
That's true. That's definitely true. There is an effort to protect her from the inquiries at the Senate by not being the minister anymore. The new minister says, well, I don't know because I wasn't the minister. However, it is a little bit of a put down, I would have said, that she copped the whack in the federal court in the last week, in which the federal court ruled that she had to hand over the paperwork that came out of the raid on the AWU. She's copping it from the Senate inquiry, refused to answer questions and ducked out the side. I reckon she's actually asked Malcolm to move her sideways.
Get me out of the oven.
Get me out of the oven. That's exactly right. And some other poor group of people somewhere in the Australian community are going to have her as their federal minister. Good luck. We've had enough of her. She's gone. There's something to celebrate at least.
What about George Brown just going as the High Commissioner? He's getting looked after, isn't he? Jobs for the boys again or what?
I think George had had enough too.
He's on the way out. He's on the way out.
They're all going, let's get out of here while the going's good.
Barnaby thought he was the greatest bloke of all time after he had that vote the other week. But guess what? They've got rid of two more nationals off the front bench. He's going to be copping it off them going into Christmas.
Hey, And there was all sorts of rumours going around, and he had to admit on TV the other day his missus chucked him out.
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you a little bit?
Do you blame him? Can I honestly just say one quick thing? One quick thing before the break.
She was offended by Kiwis.
I was going through my stuff, and I meant to say this last week, and I found a couple of bits of paper. I want to mention a couple of builders that I come across that have written letters against me and the union. BMD, remember them? Troubleshooters. Well, we won't go. Keith Miller, Troubleshooters, Christmas. I don't. Yeah. Wouldn't even wish him a happy Christmas. Right. Panama Lane, Keith Miller and Sons. Oh, these some golden oldies, right? John Knowles Group does it. Jobcell, Longy Jobcell. Remember Jobcell out in the suburbs? Yeah. WP. Remember WP?
Yeah.
The Romanians.
Weak as
right?
piss. Yeah.
WP. They're a couple from the blast from the past that have might have won awards in the past.
We might nominate them for this week's Scallywag before we get on to Scallywag of the Year.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough. Now, that's going to be a long session, so I'd just like to play a little track now to just note the fact that the MUA picket line has been withdrawn down at Webb Dock, and things are going to get back to normal. I hope they win their campaign for a new EBA. That was The Living End, a little song about the waterfront, the MUA, and heads held high, as they should be.
That was the first win for the amalgamation, wasn't it?
Indeed, and it's going to be a very interesting period in February when the amalgamation goes before the Fair Work Commission. See what the government does then. Righto, Scallywags for this week. Buzzer, you have a few.
Well, I had one in particular, and that was our mate at Cascorp, Joe Casello. I mean, honestly, what went on down in that job at Murrumbina and how that bloke got sacked, we should have gave him. I think we give him the award. Who got it last week? Don't tell me I've got that wrong. So we got.
Was it mate Donkey? Was it Donkey?
Kane Construction.
And Clark's. And Clark's.
And Clark's. Yeah.
I did get a call about that Kane's job this week from their mate.
Donkey Poo's got Suki Lala.
Yeah, and I got that
along with you,
along with me too. So all right, I'm going up to Cascorp as a nomination. Who else we got?
Well, I'm going to nominate our friends out at ProBuild for having riggers doing steel erection without a rigger's licence.
Yeah, well, I'm going with Buzzer.
Yeah. And what about Osco?
Oh, this shit. That's terrible. Right.
Gary Young.
Yeah, Gaza.
He still hasn't found his water level yet, Buzzy's got to go down one more level, I think.
Deeper than the Paris sewers. Righto.
Can we throw in L-Tracks too, if we can just generally I think he just gets off at stuffing people around. He just gets excited about doing that.
Not paying his blokes at Christmas.
He just plays little games all the time.
Hey, he just sold. Do you know, I'll tell you what I found out during the week. Just that land in Donnybrook was his. $100 million, just sold it. Yeah. $100 million and reckons he can't pay his blokes.
Oh, come on, what's going on there?
Oh, please.
It's called dividing up your business empire so no one has to actually pay anything.
Oh, please.
Right up. But BMD, I'm interested to see this letter where BMD actually put out a notice to their employees and their contractors.
Have a look at that.
That BMD Constructions are changing their policy in regards to the payment of 15-minute morning tea breaks. From now on, there'll be no longer a tea break.
How's the consultation there? Now, that was a blast from the past, that one.
And did it say Merry Christmas at the bottom?
Oh, please.
Have a Merry Christmas.
No, the only other one that matches that was WP had one on the wall a few years ago that said, due to our loving friend Jesus Christ, we ask everyone to take a 20% pay cut. Oh, come on. They've thrown the gold religion.
Hey, but does it come back when the Lord arises from the grave?
When's that happening?
Easter. The next shutdown. Righto.
BMT.
Who are we going with?
Oh.
Well, we're going to go with Cas Corp.
Yeah, Cas Corp.
Yes, Cas Corp are the winners. And we got a Suki Lala. Frank.
Yeah, we'll go.
We'll go, Frankie.
Three-legged donkey.
He can't afford to pay nothing, despite the $100 million. Righto. So they're in for the big one. Let's start the big one. We had a big year. We started off back on the 3rd of February, and the winner was the MBAV for all their efforts in relation to changing the legislation with Michaela Cash to actually stuff up what had been all agreed and passed by the Senate back in November of 16.
And now she's gone.
And she's gone, and the MBAV are still there. But at the moment, they are bringing people in to sign agreements. Oh dear, how the world has changed. The Suki Lala, that particular broadcast was, guess who? Starting off a big year to win his own award yet again, Michael Clemenger. He started out of the bloody starting gate like an absolute rocket.
Poor old Michael.
I've got to say, Michael.
Down there in Toorak.
Poor old Michael and his relationship with a company called Lee Brothers in New Zealand's turned sour too. Ooh. Real sour over there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
However, in complete accuracy, Michael has only featured once more during the year.
Well, we've got to move on. We've only got half-hour show.
Yeah. But we've had a big year. Element 5, Hanson and Youngkin, Paul Christian and Keynes.
Oh, yeah.
WorkSafe.
Oh, Paul Christian,
Yeah.
He was a bloke. I remember they asked me to go down on a job. As this one, Lonnie, can you come down and have a look where the cranes are going? We're sure where they can lift. Yeah, no worries. So we're looking at the plans in the office. I said, look, we'll just go out and site and have a look where He goes, you can't go out and site. You haven't got a right of entry. I said, you asked me down here. Oh, come on, mate. Come on. Paul Christian, please.
Anyway, Paul Christian, Michaela Cash.
Yeah.
Nick Xenophon, our good mate Darren Hinch, all those people that voted to introduce a whole lot of new legislation.
They'd like the fight in the war with them blokes. You get shot.
Surely Valio's in there somewhere, aren't they?
By the way, Valio News update.
By the way, we've had a bit of a news flash buzz before you got here this morning.
Yeah.
Their project in Beach Road, Port Melbourne, I think is just about to open. So, a 4-storey apartment building, 5 years to get finished.
Oh.
How happy were those poor people who bought units in it?
Yeah,
Probably apparently half of them are dead.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Pace, we got Pace there somewhere.
Oh, Pace are here.
They've died out a bit.
Platinum are here.
Oh, Platinum. Put them up there.
White Pack for sacking their peggies. Yes. Yeah. City Circle. ABD. ABD features quite a bit, I must say. And there's a whole lot of other people who featured as Suki Lalas, including ProClean Anna Bly. Remember when she became the spokesman for the Australian banks?
Oh,
had a win.
Jeez, they'll go into any job, won't they? No morals.
Labor politicians sell their ass anywhere.
Yeah.
Rocky Barber.
Yeah.
Right. Civil X. Seamus from ProBuild.
Oh.
Seamus.
Apparently he's out hocking his ass trying to get another job too, I've heard.
Ronan Pringle.
Ronan. He's out with another company now, FTC.
It did successive weeks for Suki Lala. First week back in April, it was Build Corp. The following week, Ashley. Ashley.
What about Andy Asker? He'd have to be in there somewhere, wouldn't he, Andy Asker?
No.
He's got around to about 10 different companies.
No, we haven't got him, unfortunately.
He hasn't found his level either,
Bubba. He's gone down. He
hasn't found his level yet.
Project Group. He's at Project Group. That's down at his level.
That's going down quick. Anyway, it's been a big year. The company that's featured most in winners of Scallywag is Element 5. Very closely followed by Hansen and Youngkin.
Oh, they're shocking.
Well, can I make a statement?
In terms of nominations,
can I make a
they're
statement?
pretty level pegging.
Oh. I'm going with my my winners, right?
Mm.
It's very close, but I think Element 5 probably should win it. But I reckon Watpac should get a special mention for sacking all their old peggies. That's the lowest thing I've ever seen in the history of the building game. Sacking the old blokes. They sacked 3 or 4 of them at once, didn't they, Buzzer?
Yeah.
There's that and Element 5. I think Element 5 probably be hard to beat, but I reckon Watpac, if they don't win it, they should get a special mention.
Righto. We all agreed that Element 5 is the winner. However,
special mention to Watpac.
Special mention to Watpac. Close finish.
And I hope those poor blokes they sacked are still, going all right.
And can I just suggest that if we're going to hand out dishonourable mentions, Hansen and Youngkin just about pulled it off.
Oh, that job, that asbestos thing over here. God,
what about the university?
Oh, yes. There's
and the jail got a bit of a mention during the year, didn't it? Or was
Hansen and Youngkin have stuffed it up across several states all at the same time. South Australia, Tasmania and Victoria.
When you've got a Mr. Troubleshooter like Chris Shears pulling them out of all the problems they get, you can't go wrong, can you?
Mr. Personnel.
Mr. Personnel. Didn't see him at the thing this year, Longy.
No. I thought they were going to bring him on and start telling jokes.
He wouldn't even have to open his mouth, would he?
Oh,
poor old Chris. He struggles a bit in the personality
department,
section, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Righto. Now then, we go to Suki Lala's. We've had some beauties. Our mate Frank Cicerelli. L-Tracks.
Yeah, he's got no money.
Yeah, ABD.
Yeah.
Hacer.
Yeah.
Had a big sook up this year.
Dude, they sook.
Joe Pinto.
Yeah,
down
at Platinum. And his Jewish mate. What do you know?
Oh, yeah, what about what he said about the workers?
I've even forgotten.
I'll tell you what, if you said that something regular about the Jews, which we wouldn't, what he said about the workers was worse.
Terrible.
And another big sook up after they got caught out big time were Rising Star. Real charlatans, those ones.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And just to keep it in our general range of interest, including sport, Frankie Dettori won it. Straight after the Melbourne Cup.
Worst
he does it every year.
He butchers the Melbourne Cup every year.
You
told him sucked up big time.
And it was on the thing that won it the year before. I said, well, that was the end of that horse, and it was. He butchered that horse as well.
Yeah. There was a few
and ruined my reputation as a tipster for the Melbourne Cup.
Indeed. We've got Darren Hinch, Josh Frydenberg, MAB. We've got heaps. Who do we want to nominate? Who is a really regular sook? And I reckon Frank Cicerelli is definitely a candidate.
Yeah, Frank's got no money to pay the workers. He just sold some land for $100 million out of Donnybrook.
Yeah.
There's a few there pushing him, but I'm a bit inclined to go for Frank.
Yeah.
Old time's sake.
I'm with you.
Frank Cicerelli, you are a shocking
buzzer.
Yeah.
Righto, so Frank Cicerelli, you got it, son.
Oh, what about Frank Naduni? We didn't mention him again, did we?
Oh, do we have to?
No. He would have to rip somebody off this year, wouldn't he?
He can up in Ballarat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's
never
pretty
mind.
good at it.
We've now got the winners I'm not sure this is going to be popular choices out there in listener land, but Element 5 are the winners of Scallywag, followed by Watpack and Hanson and Yunkin, and the Suki Lala, Big Time, Frank Cicerelli. We all know you, Frank, and we all love you, but Jesus Christ, it's unbelievable.
Did we mention,
no Christmas spirit with Frank.
Did we mention Island Brown? They should have got a mention along with
They've all been mentioned.
Not a bad quadrella, that.
Yep. Righto. We do need to send some Cheerios.
We do.
Richie Hassett.
Good old Richie down there in Tassie.
Down in Tassie. Richie.
Hard times. Look, Richie, hope you're battling. He's had a big operation, and it's probably not going to be his best Christmas of all times. But the Concrete Gang and all the brothers and sisters over here are all behind you, mate. So hopefully your family have a Christmas as best as you can under these tough situations. And good on you, Richie. Keep battling on, mate.
Yeah, good on you, Richie.
And to all our members down in Tassie, a cheerio. Keep battling on. Richie will be back, and the job's got to be done, and I'm sure that everyone down there will keep going.
I did hear the show one time in Boat Harbour Bay down there, so we can get it across the waterway there.
Is that right?
You can probably hear it better in Tasmania than you can in Port Melbourne, but we won't go into that.
That took me about $5,500 to find a radio I could pick it up, and then I found out you had to hit one switch, and all the $5,500 worth of radios I had were all okay. But anyway, it's just I'm not in the cutting edge of technology like someone else here. The old phone thrower. Oh, and a cheerio to our mate Donnie Rust, who's had a crook, Keithy Greg. His leg's been playing up, and so he's back at work now. Old Speedy Gonzalez on his fork. So the Donnie Rust, good to see your smiling face back there.
And so to all the delegates, all the members, all the officials and the staff at the CFMEU, you survived another year. We're still going, and if you think about it, our good friend John Howard, remember him? Little man with no hair and glasses. Anyway,
that's Mr. Magoo.
Precisely. Anyway, our good friend John Howard introduced the task force, the ABCC, over 10 years ago, and that was going to finish us off. We're still here, so it ain't a bad Christmas.
So we should go out in the same old way.
Dare to struggle, dare to win.
You don't fight,
you lose. Merry Christmas from the Concrete Gang, and we're going to go out with a non-Christmas type song called Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks, laying back in the sunshine in the summertime, taking it easy because we all need a break.
Taxman's taken on my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. My girlfriend's run up with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping at my ice cold beer, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Well, give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.